It's one of the perks of being a ghost.
I'm gonna put you on a rocket. Here we go. Driving you to Cape Canaveral.
Let me list all the people I murdered.
There's something to be said for a well-made hot dog. You're not an asshole.
I'm not an asshole.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
It's a good night already.
That's a good night?
Well, I mean, I feel like we've done. I missed you last week. We didn't podcast on anything.
Well, you were on your deathbed.
I was really sick.
Yeah, on your deathbed.
Yeah, I had to lay around for like 2 days to get to feel better.
You had to lay around.
I did. I also enjoyed laying around.
Yeah.
Because
that feels like something that you would say if you're not really sick. Like, I don't know. I think I probably just need to lay around for a while, just some lay-arounds.
Watched a bunch of movies. It was great. I had a blast.
Now, were you actually able to watch the movies?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, sometimes you fall asleep and then you wake up and you realize, it's 4 a.m. and I've just accidentally watched a season and a half of South Park, but not actually watched any of it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. The worst is when you have a TV show that has like an ongoing plot.
Yeah, right.
And you don't realize you fell asleep, and then you wake up.
Shit.
And you're like the scene you wake up in.
Right.
Reveals something very major.
That's true, yeah.
You're like, oh, cool, thanks. Well,
appreciate.
I don't know how we got here, but now we know.
Thanks for ruining my fucking day. On top of being sick. So if I'm a little...
yeah.
That's why.
Was it the COVID?
I don't think it was. A lot of people were thinking I had Delta variant or something. And I just, I'm like, no, it's the old kind of disease.
No.
It's not this new kind of disease. It's a disease I've had before.
Yeah.
I know this disease.
You're familiar?
I'm familiar with this disease. I know how this goes. I need to lay around.
Yeah.
What don't you understand?
I think at this point we would know.
If I had Delta variant?
If you had the COVID.
I think so. I think I would.
For instance, you feel better now.
I feel better after a few days.
That's probably not.
Right, that's probably not the COVID.
That's not how that works.
No.
Typically.
No, that's not the same thing. No.
Well, if you gave me COVID, I'm gonna hold you personally responsible.
Okay.
Haunt you.
You gonna haunt me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if you haunted me. Like once a week.
No, it would be constant.
Okay. Because we haven't always recorded on Thursdays, but like mostly on Thursdays.
Yeah.
For like the past 6 years.
Yeah.
Ish. And I wouldn't mind if you came to visit me on Thursdays.
I think if I were a ghost and I had to haunt someone.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be an evil ghost.
No. I can't see you being evil.
But I would just be a ghost that just, like, messes with people.
You're just a dick. You're a dick ghost.
I'm a dick ghost. I just, I haunt people and, hide their car keys. And then I sit there, I spend my entire afterlife laughing at people running around the house trying to find their car keys.
So I watched a bunch of the Conjuring movies, horror, ghost movies, possessions, ghosts, demons, this sort of thing. You're not going to be anything like those guys. Those guys are they're pretty rough.
Well, plus it seems like a lot of work.
Possessing someone seems like a lot of work.
Like if I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
In my mind, the afterlife is like the ultimate retirement.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to work.
No.
I don't want a job when I'm dead.
And if you want to possess someone, from what I understand, you have to sort of systematically break them down. Mm-hmm. You got to leave bruises on them in weird places.
Those are workaholic ghosts.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what those ghosts are.
Type A ghosts.
Like you gotta just relax, enjoy your death for a little bit.
They just
know?
never learned how to relax, these ghosts.
Read a good ghost book.
There you go.
Hide some car keys. The classics.
Maybe scoot a chair.
Maybe.
It's a lot of work if you're a non-entity to interact with the physical world.
What I would want to do, this would be my ultimate ghost dream, is find one of those TV shows with the ghost hunters, any of them.
Oh, yeah.
And go while they're filming and just mess with things.
Just actively fuck with them.
Yeah, but then wait, like when I see that they're getting out their equipment to track,
right,
just like disappear.
That's it.
So it's like, no, there was something, I swear.
Yeah, the room got really cold. But before I could get out my whatever.
It got really cold because I dumped ghost ice on you. And then I beat it.
Every ghost is given a measure of ghost ice with which they can do what they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the perks of being a ghost is the ghost ice.
Yeah. Well, a couple ghosts I've heard have set up like a shaved ice stand.
Ooh, shaved ghost ice.
Shaved ghost ice.
Man, that's good stuff.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, man.
Pretty good. Very light.
So, speaking of shaved ice.
What? Okay.
No.
Wait.
You've mentioned shaved ice.
We've had some left turns, but that's a pretty hard left turn.
Well, you accidentally segued into something.
I did.
So I was having a conversation with my wife this week. And she, she was in one of those wife moods.
Oh, yeah. One of those.
Where like the thing I say is going to be wrong.
Oh, it doesn't matter what you say?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And so I said shaved ice was better than snow cones.
Okay.
And she was ready to argue with me that they're the exact same thing.
They're not.
Thank you.
No, a snow cone is little balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like pellets of ice.
Right. It's sleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no good.
No, shaved ice is an art form.
Yeah. And snow cones are the furthest thing from an art form you can have.
They're just a commercialist ploy.
Yeah. They are the Jeff Bezos of frozen desserts.
The spooky electric of frozen desserts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just baffled by this. Because I mean there are only two options.
Yeah.
Either she's saying that just to mess with me.
Right. Or
I married a lunatic.
And just in case you're listening today, I'm not going to comment.
That implies that you think it's the lunatic.
Yeah,
right?
you're right. Okay. I don't think you're a lunatic.
Yeah, you have to issue
any more than
a comment.
Any other wife is a lunatic.
Well, now that's just sexist.
I'm joking.
That's just sexist.
It is, and I'm joking.
People don't know this, but before we come down here, every time I come over to your house, before we come to the basement,
roughly once a week,
Justin and his wife have like a whole Honeymooners thing going.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's just constantly shouting about sending her to the moon and, punching her in the kisser. It's a really toxic environment.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
That was on TV.
I know. I've often thought about that. It's like we're all gonna laugh at how he's gonna hit his wife someday.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't hit her yet that we know of.
Right.
But he's definitely going to.
Well, I don't... Have you ever watched it?
A little bit of it.
Okay, so I think the one saving grace for that show that made it where it wasn't about spousal abuse is he would do that and she'd go, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
in a way where it's like, no, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to go down, Jackie Gleason. I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, right.
And so then it was, spousal abuse the other way.
Right. Which is funny.
People are okay with that spousal abuse.
Of course they
reason.
are. Yeah. Well, we all know who had the dick in that marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not Jackie Gleason.
What's her
to
name?
clarify.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That seems like and I know they did some riffs on that, but that seems like a Family Guy joke where it's, pal, right to the moon, but then he hands her a spacesuit.
That does sound right.
I'm going to put you on a rocket. Here we go. Driving you to Cape Canaveral.
Maybe it wasn't
what he meant?
threat. Maybe it was like, hey, I love you so much that I will get you a trip to space.
Gonna fly you to the moon and back if you'll be
And
my
Pal,
baby.
right in the kisser, was like, I'm going to give you a kiss.
I'm gonna give you a big old
Right on the mouth.
smoocheroo.
Right on the mouth. And then she went, no, thank you. And then punched him because, again, spousal abuse is the theme of that show.
I think I know more about that show from like the Looney Tunes interpretations of that show, which they had mice.
Yeah.
You remember the mice? Mm-hmm. The mice that were the Honeymooners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know, Ralph.
It has to be one of the most mocked and mimicked shows of all time.
Absolutely.
And everyone, for as long as I can remember, has always been like, yeah, but it was kind of in poor taste, right?
Yeah. No, everybody. You stop
like as a kid, it was a thing people talked about.
If you stop and think about it long enough.
Yeah.
You know it was.
Yeah. And that's why we're canceling Jackie Gleason.
Canceled. Mm-hmm. Thank God. Another monster off the streets.
Yeah. You heard what canceled celebrity is back on the streets, right?
Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Was cleared? Is that
So,
what happened?
I had to do some research into this.
Okay. Because there were a lot of accusations.
Okay, so here's the thing that got him out.
Okay.
And I wondered about this at the time. So originally, Bill Cosby had a civil trial.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they had a whole, testimony from him that was recorded. And then in the criminal trial, they brought this testimony from the civil trial out.
Right.
Where he essentially incriminated himself.
Sure.
The way civil trials work is typically they go, okay, we're doing this because a criminal trial won't happen.
Can't happen, yeah. Right.
And so then they have a criminal trial on the same stuff and use that as evidence.
They can't use it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So he got out on a technical?
He got out on a technicality.
That's what I was thinking.
So anyway, Bill Cosby still drugged and raped a bunch of people.
Oh, boy.
In case anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
And Bill Cosby,
absolutely
not less of a piece of garbage.
Right.
Philadelphia court systems kind of need to get their act together a little.
Man, that's that's wild.
Yeah.
Like, just when you think, well, no, I don't know that was thinking this, that, things work around here. They don't.
No.
Nothing works.
Nothing works.
Everything's terrible. But boy, that just seems like we got to figure something out.
Yeah.
Because egregious.
Well, have you ever thought about how weird it is in the legal system? Okay.
Lay it out.
So let's say you murder a guy. Not me. I wouldn't ever do it, but you murdered a guy.
Oh, I didn't murder you.
No, not me.
No.
I'm not involved.
You're not involved in any way.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a murderer.
I'm a murderer. I'm picturing who I might murder.
You just saw a random guy, stabbed him.
Not random.
No, in this case it's random.
It needs to be random?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
But, I don't...
This is my second murder.
Okay, so... so you're a serial killer.
Yeah, right. Yep. I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're just murdering people that have wronged you.
Sure.
If you went to trial...
Yes.
And they found you innocent.
Right.
Because there's no double jeopardy. Like, they can't charge you.
Can't do it, yeah.
You could, that day, after they say you're innocent, walk out of the courtroom and go, hey, reporters, man, did I get away with some stuff.
Yeah.
Let me list all the people I murdered.
Yep, that's right.
And everyone would just have to go, the court said he didn't do it, though.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's there's got to be, I'm guessing there's a good reason for double jeopardy.
Well, I get it because you can't
be tried for the same thing.
Right. In the reverse situation
Right.
where you didn't actually murder someone.
Right.
They can't go, okay, well, he was found innocent.
Yeah.
But we're going to charge him with the same thing again until we get it guilty.
Yeah, exactly. But
the flip side...
yeah. There's two sides to every coin, I guess.
Yeah, serial killer Justin just has to get away with it one time.
Yeah.
And then he can write a hit tell-all memoir.
That's how it works.
Like OJ.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was fiction.
Yeah.
That was a fiction book
Right.
about the way he
Killed people.
murdered his wife,
Yep.
ex-wife.
And boyfriend, right?
Yes.
He killed
Something
two
like
people.
that. Yeah, I believe boyfriend, male friend of some sort.
It's weird to think about how many movies he was in and how much of a star he was.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess Cosby's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. It's actually a little bit. Well, he didn't
It's
murder
worse.
anyone, though.
Yeah, he didn't murder anyone, but the serial drugging and raping of that many people, it's hard to say. I mean,
Which? Ooh.
which is worse? I don't know. See, this is why I don't want to have any sort of authority on these things.
I mean, legally, sentencing-wise,
Yeah,
O.J. Simpson's was worse.
correct. Murder's a big deal.
However,
just
the number...
yeah.
I mean, we're talking... What? It was in the 50s,
Yeah,
right?
it was 50-something women. That's... I mean... Oh, boy.
You know how they keep having those celebrity boxing matches?
Yes.
They need to just have O.J. and Bill Cosby box.
This would have been perfect for... what was that show on MTV where they had the clay...
Oh, the...
Celebrity death match?
Yeah. That's one lots of people would tune into.
Yes.
Just because they want to see both of them get punched in the face
of
repeatedly.
Of course, yeah. Can you imagine a cage fight with OJ, Bill? I mean, OJ would win. Mm-hmm. He's younger. He was an athlete.
It's not that much younger. At
Yeah,
this
but he
point.
was an athlete.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby told jokes and ate pudding pops. I mean,
And he looks like he's his age.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And was real judgy about a lot of stuff, too.
Mostly pants level.
Yeah, it was real judgy.
Really into how high people's pants are.
Right.
The most opinionated
Person.
pants height
Yep.
human being I've ever heard of.
I think that's why he did it.
Yeah.
It was a high concept art piece.
Put Harvey Weinstein in there. They can have a three-way
Yeah.
UFC style
Or maybe
match.
just a three-way.
No one wants to watch that.
No, definitely
The punching
not.
in the face they want to see.
Yeah. Who goes down first? I think Weinstein goes down first.
Oh, Weinstein goes down on his own. He just tries to walk over there and falls over. Yeah.
I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was too much work. That's the most work ever.
MC'd by Louis C.K., of course. I mean, this whole thing
man.
is stacking up.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could probably get a lot of these people to do it. They have no career left.
I mean, this seems like... I don't even want to put this idea out in the world because I feel like someone might actually do it.
They probably would.
I mean, Carol Baskin made it on Dancing with the Stars, for God's sakes.
There is the entire state of Florida. And
Right.
that,
Remember this.
yeah. Somewhere in the state of Florida, there's a person who would hear this idea and go, light bulb.
But yeah, you could have like the Me Too slash, OJ's not really a Me Too, more of a murderer. Though,
Ultimate cancellation.
there you go. I like it. Ultimate cancellation.
Oh, man.
Who will get the most canceled? And we have to make them do like American Ninja style tournaments.
Oh, man.
You know, where they have the big Q-tip and they trying to beat each other up off of, like, they knock each other off a pylon.
Better idea than anything we've had yet.
Okay.
American Gladiator. But
That's
with
it.
real weapons instead of their
Yes.
little fake American Gladiator weapons.
Bullshit weapons.
Yeah,
right.
like you have to get by, a guy that actually has, a spear.
Yeah. I used to watch that show. That was like my fifth choice if nothing else was on.
Yeah.
I would watch American Gladiator. And it was mildly entertaining just because people had names like Thunderstrike.
Yeah. Nitro.
Yeah. The lady would be like Lady Death Lady.
Oh, I love that name.
Yeah.
If I ever have a daughter,
You're going to name her Lady Death Lady?
Lady Death Lady.
I like it. Yeah, I feel like this has legs.
Yeah.
It's something we could do.
I would watch that for sure.
Absolutely.
If it was American Gladiator style, but there was a chance Nitro was going to stab Harvey Weinstein.
With like a giant sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, how they had like the tennis ball cannon.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a cannon.
Yeah.
It's an actual cannon now.
Or it's tennis balls, and when they hit you, the spikes pop out.
There you go.
Oh!
Tennis balls filled with plastic explosives.
That's C4.
Yeah.
That show must have employed at least a handful of people. I'm thinking a half dozen. Just to wipe off the mats. Because they have those like wrestling mats.
Oh, that would be the worst.
And they just get sweaty.
Imagine being a single guy in LA.
Yeah.
And you go on a date, and she's like, "Oh, so what do you do?" "I'm the mat guy at American Gladiators." Just mop a bunch of strangers' sweat all the time. Oh. I'm going to break into show business.
I've had ringworm 5 times. Since November.
Yeah, it's... I mean... It
Right?
could be worse.
It could be worse.
You could be telling people you're Weinstein's assistant.
That's... Oh, boy.
Okay, so... We're torn on OJ and Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
On who's the worst
worse
person.
Right.
Cosby and Weinstein.
Oh, man. That's hard, too. It's both bad. Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing that makes Cosby's... I mean, I'm not saying that raping people is okay. Or trading sexual favors for parts in movies is okay. But there's just an extra level to Bill Cosby's thing because he knocked them out first.
Yeah.
It just makes it weirder.
Yeah.
It's like we've all seen a guy who just wants the pretty girl to do stuff to him. I couldn't get it out.
Like sexually?
Right.
Oh.
Like that. We're all...
Is that a thing people think?
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
They'd like sex with attractive people.
Yeah, right. Younger, vital.
Yeah.
But so we get that at some level.
Sure.
But drugging people so you can fiddle their parts, it's just an extra layer of creepy.
And it doesn't seem like...
Neither of them are okay.
I mean, that has to be a full-blown fetish.
Right.
Because I think we can both agree that none of that's going to be pleasant if it's just a stationary object.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Like, that's weird.
You might as well fuck a mattress.
Yeah, you might as well get a real doll.
There you go. There you go.
If someone had just invented that 30 years earlier.
A little faster. Mm-hmm. I mean, he could drug that if he wanted.
Yeah.
He could pretend.
You know what? I would be fully in support of Bill Cosby drugging a real doll.
Yeah.
If, like, I would even allow him to come back and be uncanceled if he just would do that and stay away from all people.
I think that sounds good. Yeah. That'll work.
That's what we need. We need practical solutions here.
That's what we need.
Harvey Weinstein should be, like putting a cage at the zoo.
Yeah. Whoa. In the nude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do we throw at him? Peanut butter?
Just anything.
Banana.
It doesn't matter.
Just anything.
Cans. I don't.
It's like I don't know why my brain is on Looney Tunes, but like it's like the Tasmanian devil,
Yeah.
and all the people come to see him. Except Harvey's just in there spinning around real slow until he falls over.
I'm dizzy.
Bob, where's Bob?
Oh,
His brother
man.
Bob Weinstein.
Have you ever heard Kevin Smith's Harvey Weinstein story?
No, I've been meaning to. I know he had more of a relationship with Bob, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, so
And we're all fine with Bob. Bob hasn't done anything that we know.
as far as I know, I mean, here's the thing, and no one really wants to mention this, but
Yeah.
you think Bob didn't know?
I'm sure Bob knew.
Bob knew something.
Bob knew.
I'm not going to incriminate Bob.
No, we're not.
Because I don't know what Bob knew,
Yeah,
but Bob
right.
knew something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ultimate punishment for Harvey, by the way, is just to have to watch all the movies he ruined.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway.
So Kevin Smith worked with the Weinsteins a lot.
Yes. Miramax.
Yeah. So you remember Dogma,
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
and it made everyone very unhappy.
Right. Especially Catholics.
Right.
Yeah.
So the studio, I assume it was Miramax, but I don't.
Pretty sure. I'll look it up.
That originally was going to release Dogma
Right.
backed out because the Catholics were upset. So
Wussed out on the cat because
so
of
the
Catholics.
Weinsteins released it themselves.
Oh, I see.
So technically, they own the rights to Dogma.
Right.
All right. So right before all the Harvey Weinstein stuff came out,
Sure.
Kevin Smith, who had not spoken to him in a long time, got a call from Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, okay.
And Harvey Weinstein was like, hey, so we still got the rights to Dogma. We ought to do a sequel to Dogma, right?
Dogma 2?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, Kevin Smith loves sequels.
He really does.
It's kind of one
It's
of his
true.
favorite things in the world.
Most definitely.
And anyway, it all turned out that Harvey Weinstein knew this article was coming out at the end of the week.
Oh.
And so he was just calling everyone with excuses
Oh, my God.
to talk to them to try to figure out who leaked information so he could get revenge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Real cool guy.
Good Lord.
Real cool guy.
It was distributed by Lionsgate, actually.
Maybe that, I don't know.
Well, I know there was some tie in there,
Yeah.
so... Yeah.
But the Weinsteins technically control the rights to the movie. So that's why it's also like never on anything.
Yeah.
And you never see it anywhere.
Right. They've just buried it.
Yeah. And half of the duo that owns it is
Imprisonated?
busy.
Yeah. This is on Wikipedia. Near the same time as the cancellation of the sequel, just weeks before the Weinstein scandal broke to the public,
Yeah.
Harvey pitched to Smith about doing a sequel.
Yeah.
Not much came from this pitch, but it was just a mere idea for Weinstein. According to Smith, in an interview with Business Insider, he recalls, I said, hey, how are you? And he goes, we have Dogma. I just realized. And we got to get it out there again.
Yeah.
I said, we do. People online are always asking where they can get it. This is Kevin Smith talking. And then he goes, that movie had a big cast. We might even be able to do a sequel. And I was like, yeah, man, right on. I might think about that. And he was like, we'll talk. And a week later, the New York Times story breaks. I felt sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Gross people.
Yeah, gross people. Smith believes that he only got the call because, quote, it was him looking to see who was a friend still, because his life was about to shift completely.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, what I'm trying to say is if you know celebrities and they call you out of the blue, just know it's about to be bad.
Yeah, shit's gonna turn.
I'm sure Chris D'Elia was calling all of his his comedian friends. And,
It's funny, you know, those calls never get through because they always come up like a scam alert call. Anytime Chris D'Elia
yeah.
picks up a phone. It's funny how that works. Even on like a rotary phone, the springs all come out of it.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with people.
A lot.
Like, I know we're all different levels of
Sure.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Like everyone is.
Of course we are, yeah. Yeah.
But why? How?
I know.
Who? What? Where? When? Why? It's,
All the questions.
Yeah.
Have you seen this this special that a lot of people are raving about? This Bo Burnham?
no.
Inside.
I actually almost watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
And then went, I don't have the mental bandwidth for that, and watched Impractical Jokers instead.
You know what? Impractical Jokers is the greatest show when you have no bandwidth.
If your brain
Yeah.
has stopped functioning,
Yes.
watching four guys from Staten Island,
Yes.
you know, just laugh at each other for half an hour, and then True TV.
Yes.
I have to give them
Credit.
the biggest props for this. The way they have programmed this show is it just each episode seamlessly drifts
That's
into
right.
the next episode.
That's right.
So you could watch it for 8 hours
And not know what happened.
have no idea that an episode ended.
That's right. No, they do. They actually do an amazing job with that. I love watching that show. I don't watch it all the time. It's like something that's just on places.
Yeah.
Like we went to Memphis one time and it was just on TV and it was the perfect thing.
Yeah.
And I was at a doctor's office when I messed up my shoulder and it was on TV and it was the perfect thing.
It's always on.
It's always on.
True TV
Yeah.
has 23 hours to program their channel.
That's right.
Or 24 hour. I think they have infomercials at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
But almost all of it, minus an hour a day, is some form of Impractical Joke.
And I think it's actually a really great show. I mean,
No,
I'm not gonna say it's like high art or anything.
Oh, no.
But
It's not genius.
but it does perfectly what it intends to do. And there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for a well-made hot dog.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. And it is, from what I've heard, the complete opposite of Bo Burnham's special.
God. Yeah. Yeah. He has points. I mean, I'll let you watch it and form your own opinion. I wasn't familiar with his comedy beforehand.
I'm not a huge fan.
Okay.
If anyone listening likes Bo Burnham, good for you.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I'm not a big
care.
song comedian.
That's
Is that
my
it?
main thing.
Yeah. It just feels like showing off all the time. It's like, I'm funny and I can do this.
The only I don't know, maybe I'm a snob when it comes to
Sure you are.
comedic music.
Yeah, I think you are.
There's only a few people that ever, like, The Lonely Island
Sure.
is always funny.
Yeah. Eric Idle from Monty Python.
Funny.
Great.
I think the line is, I have to believe that it's an attempt at real music
Yes.
and not, they wrote a song with a bunch of jokes in it.
Yeah. Right. I used to listen to this guy's podcast. I haven't listened to it forever. God, what's his name? Something Benjamin. He's a comedian.
Owen Benjamin?
Owen, yeah.
Oh, he lost his mind.
What happened to him?
Oh, he went far alt-right.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what happened to him? Okay, I haven't listened to it in years.
Yeah.
But I know he played piano.
Yeah.
I never really engaged with his comedy at all. I just listened to his podcast.
Yeah, because I remember watching him when I was like in junior high, or not regularly, but he would just pop up on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And I didn't have school in the summer. So,
Sure.
So I watched things that I probably shouldn't have been watching
Of
when
course
I was 12
you did.
or 13. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing him.
Yeah.
And then I never thought about him again until a few years ago. I saw him mentioned on something. I was like, well, why is everyone being so mean to this random comedian?
Right.
And it turns out he's like a full Alex Jones level lunatic.
Oh,
now.
no.
Oh, yeah.
What's funny, too, is he seemed like a really smart guy. Mm-hmm. Like a really... But that can happen to smart people.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Too smart.
If you're a smart guy, but you aren't grounded in reality.
Right. Yeah.
Then you start questioning everything to a dangerous level.
That's correct. Yep. This happens. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what most philosophers, that's what's happened to them.
Yeah. It's good to be smart. You want to be smart.
Sure. But not too
However,
smart.
you want to be able to rein it in just a little.
That's right. You got to be able to interact with everybody else.
Right.
That's a key thing. How many incredible genius level people have like starved themselves to death because they were convinced their food was poisoned, or killed themselves, or any variety of.
That's where you want that that Einstein level genius that's somewhere on the spectrum a little bit.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, no, I'm doing science right now.
Yeah, go away.
Get out.
Well, yeah, Einstein, like, interestingly, I mean, yeah, he was like, he wasn't a social person.
No.
And he didn't work with a lot of other scientists.
I mean, really, if you look at his behavior, truthfully, he exhibits all of the symptoms.
Oh, absolutely.
All of the signs, and symptoms isn't even the right word. Signs, of being somewhere on the spectrum.
Absolutely.
Which is a wide spectrum.
Yes.
I feel like this is a thing I need to explain to people.
Okay.
Because people don't get this. The spectrum's big, guys.
Well, that's the nature of a spectrum.
Every spectrum is big. Yeah. But everyone thinks like, the autism spectrum is the special education classes.
No,
it's
very wide.
Oh, it's a big spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, we know these people. They interact in our everyday life, and you wouldn't know until you sort of get to know them and observe them for a while.
And then you go, oh, okay.
Okay.
See
what's happening.
I think it was, and you're going to make fun of me for saying this, but I think it was This American Life that I was listening to one time.
Listen,
you want to make fun of me?
I'm not nearly as judgmental as you are.
No, I know you're not, but you want to make fun of me because I've made fun of This American Life.
No, listen, I'm aware of your contradictions. Is that beer's good?
Oh, it's so good.
Quite a reaction you just had.
Please.
Tiki Slam?
Yeah. Boulevard's Tiki Slam.
I mean, everything Boulevard makes.
You're not going to like it. It's very, very fruity.
Oh, no, I like it.
Oh, it's so good.
That tastes...
It's not really sour. It says it's a sour.
It's a little bit sour, not much.
Anyway.
It's very good. Everything they make.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Yeah. Anyone who goes through Kansas City, get everything Boulevard.
Public service announcement.
Yeah.
And where do they need to eat barbecue? Couple places.
Okay, so...
Just real quick.
Well, no. I can't do this real quick.
Fine. You don't do it
Okay,
quick.
so every place in Kansas City, like anyone you talk to, they're going to mention Arthur Bryant's.
Arthur Bryant's.
Okay. And the best way I can relate this to you, being in Nashville, is Arthur Bryant's is like the Prince's hot chicken of barbecue.
I gotcha.
It's the original.
Yeah.
Is it the best?
Not necessarily.
No, not really.
All right.
All right, so skip Arthur Bryant's.
Okay. I mean,
and you can skip Prince's too.
You can. I mean, it's good. But
it's good, but in the same way that all hot chicken is good.
Sure.
All barbecue is good.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's...
Gates.
Gates is the one.
Or Oklahoma Joe's, and I know the sign's going to say Joe's KC. That's wrong.
It's Oklahoma
Joe's. It's forever Oklahoma Joe's.
Oh.
They changed the name.
Oh.
It's Oklahoma Joe's.
Okay. Oklahoma
Kansas
Joe's,
City.
Or what was the other one?
Gates.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so This American Life.
This American Life.
There was this story about this this lady and her husband. They got married.
Okay.
This guy, I think he was in his mid to late 30s.
Okay.
Had never been tested or anything. Turned out he was on the spectrum.
The husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
And had been his whole life.
Sure.
And just didn't know it. Just thought he didn't relate to people. Yeah. That's how big the spectrum is. You can go 30 plus years and it'll just be like, oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Why didn't anyone tell me this?
No, but I think, I mean, it's just, it can be very subtle.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I mean, especially because it's, initially It was autism.
Right.
Then they had Asperger's.
Which is a whole other animal,
Yeah.
really.
Then they wiped out Asperger's. That doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, we don't have that
And
anymore.
this the autism spectrum.
Gotcha.
So autism spectrum is everything from like,
You
like your
Nonverbal.
your exhibited behaviors would be like, hey, I don't look people in the eyes.
Yeah.
All the way to nonverbal
Yeah.
is going to be functioning at like a 4 or 5 year old level their whole life.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Anyway.
It's, this is unrelated, but Ween has a great song. Mm-hmm. I think it's called The Rainbow.
Okay.
And the lyric is, there are many colors in the homo rainbow. Don't be afraid to let your colors shine. That's how everything is.
That's true.
Spectrums are rainbows. Rainbows are spectrums. People are rainbows and spectrums. Mm-hmm. And anything you can think of that goes in a box, just break that box down like you were going to recycle it, Jeff Bezos, and then put it in your trash because you're an asshole.
Yeah. That's what he would do.
But yeah, everything is in reality.
That's true.
What are we really? What are we?
I've thought about this a lot with recently with the Bill Cosby thing.
Yeah. Just tying it all together.
Yeah. That was what I don't know if you saw my show notes.
Oh yeah, there
It's
they are.
Tiki Slam.
Are we at we're at Pineapple now?
Yeah, we're at Pineapple.
Okay.
So like everyone, I mean, and this is not going to be defending Bill Cosby, but it's going to sound that way at the beginning.
Disclaimer.
I'm just warning you.
Sure.
Bill Cosby's a garbage human being.
No,
full disclaimer. Full disclaimer. Bill Cosby's the worst.
The worst.
Full trash.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we've said that, so everyone looks at these people. He goes, they're the worst human beings ever. Again, he is one of the worst people.
Sure.
But there's someone who would say that about most of us.
That we're the worst person ever?
Not necessarily the worst, but that someone would go, no, they're a bad person.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like everyone
Sure.
to someone is a bad person.
Or just, I hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Ugh.
Right? Like, people have hated me.
Yeah.
I know this.
No, I know I do.
Yeah,
What?
I know.
What?
What? Huh?
No, so like they're, everyone thinks that they're the main characters that everyone loves in their story.
Right. That's right.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. No.
And I'm sure that people like Bill Cosby thought they were the good guys in their story somehow.
Sure. Of course.
They're not, obviously, because, again, garbage, terrible human being.
Right. But you need a certain level of that to function. Mm-hmm. Not a huge level of that. Not full-blown narcissism.
Right. But it's just interesting when you start thinking about it. Everyone thinks they're the good guy. Hitler thought he was the good guy.
He thought he was the good guy. There are no villains.
No.
Right.
Everyone thinks they're
doing
good guy.
the right thing. And they can't understand
Yeah.
why these other fucking people won't just let them do what they want to do.
Like Harvey Weinstein in his head.
Yeah.
Everyone is after him.
Yeah.
And he's just out here trying to make movies.
Yeah. Swinging dick.
You know.
What's wrong with
The
that?
plant asked for it.
Poor goddamn plant.
Oh man, that is the least lucky plant on the planet.
Very healthy though. Have you seen the foliage?
Yeah, it's a weird part of life.
It is, yeah. And I mean, if you can realize, so this is an analogy from my experiences. So I've been transferring, I may have mentioned this, I've been transferring these video cassettes
Okay.
from a camcorder that I shot when I was a teenager.
Oh boy.
Roy,
Is that painful?
very painful.
I imagine that's painful.
Roy appears in them a lot, which is not painful because he's my friend. But seeing yourself
Yeah.
age, I don't know, probably 16 to 18. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't shoot it all the time, but here and there is really,
Yeah.
really hard. And when you're that age, and especially me more than other people. I thought I was awesome.
Yeah.
And looking at myself in these videos, because I have to watch them transfer. I have to at least glance, make sure it's happening. And seeing
You're not just sitting there staring into your own eyes the whole
that's
time.
Horrible. Also had a weird propensity to like take my shirt off when I shot these. Not
Why?
great. I don't know. I never take my shirt off now. I don't take my shirt off at the beach.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you're an adult
Thank you.
with an adult body.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I didn't look good then.
Well, no,
Yes.
but in that era, nothing registers with
Right.
you.
That's right.
You're gross.
You're just gross.
Any teenager is gross.
Everyone's gross.
Yeah.
At some point. There's like that sweet spot in your early 20s where you're not gross, where everyone is as hot as they're going to be.
And that is a 4-month span.
That's right. It doesn't last long. So I'm watching myself and I'm looking at this guy talking into the camera right down the barrel. And I'm thinking, I don't even know who that guy is. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like that guy really thought his narrative was he was the star of his own show and everything had something to do with him. And now, same person
Yeah.
knows that's not true. Knows that the world is turning.
I don't know. I mean, you seem to. Yeah. No, it's. I don't know.
I could die right now and the world would still turn. Like, you know, it's not.
What if it didn't?
I mean,
What if you're the one thing
no.
saving human civilization?
No. I can't even entertain that idea. No. I mean, look at how I fill my time. What?
No, I know that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like you're the one saving grace for human civilization. You should be jogging constantly and stuff.
Yeah, not
prolonging your life.
Not gonna jog.
Human civilization is doomed.
I never was a jogger, and I think I can comfortably say now that I don't think I ever will be.
I'm trying to get back into it.
But you used to do it.
I used to.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Well, no.
So I think that's
No one likes it.
another dividing line for human beings.
Yeah.
Those who like jogging
Yeah.
and those who aren't crazy.
Correct. Yeah.
There's nothing pleasant about jogging.
No. You at least have to be honest with yourself.
Right. Like I did it at one point. I was jogging like 4 miles
Yeah, you were killing it.
a few times a week.
You'd come over here and you'd be like, yeah, I just ran a couple miles.
I didn't like it,
But you did it.
but it's for health reasons.
Sure. Sure.
I think that's my other dividing line for humans.
If you enjoy jogging.
There's a spectrum for enjoying
I think that's right. Yeah. If you're on the spectrum.
Yeah, the running spectrum.
The running spectrum. Many colors. Many colors.
There are the people who want to run marathons. You realize there are people who want.
Yeah.
It's not even a, like, I want to be healthy. I'm going to do this. Because there's nothing about running that 26 miles that's healthy.
I will say,
That's an unhealthy urge.
that's true. That's a lot of running.
Yeah.
That's a lot of running.
Like, I don't care about my knees or anything.
Yeah.
Let's just run for a long time.
Just fucking run. I know one person who runs who legitimately enjoys it.
Yeah.
That's Philly Steve. Philly Steve gets a lot out of his running.
Why?
It's like I don't want to speak for him, but I feel like it's like a kind of almost a spiritual practice.
I mean, I hear that. I get that.
It's a grounding exercise.
I think part of it is the idea of the runner's high.
Yeah, some people get that.
That doesn't exist for me.
I've never run enough to find out. But see, I don't think I'm made for it. I think I'm here for something else.
What are you here for?
To not do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a sitter. It's, I walk. I like a good walk.
Those are the two camps. If there's another civil war in America, it's going to be the runners and the sitters.
I think the sitters might win.
Well, there's a lot more of them.
That's right.
But they're a lot less active.
But you can do a lot from your phone. Just saying.
All of the sitters are just ordering drones from
right.
Amazon.
That's it. I mean, it's over pretty fast.
Yeah.
No, I'm a walker and I'm a stander. Mm-hmm. I stand up a lot.
How far could you run?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I never got a good gauge because I grew up with the asthma. And so the asthma, if I ran too much, it'd feel like someone was ripping my lungs out of my chest. So that was fun.
Yeah.
So I really don't have a good gauge because I've never ran a lot.
So my friend, she talked me into doing a run with her. That's part of the reason I've gotten back into it.
Gotcha.
And the run is a 6K.
Oh, yeah. You could do that.
But 6?
Me or you?
No, I mean, why?
Oh, why is it 6? It's a 5K normally.
Yeah.
So what's the extra K for?
Why did they add a K? That's not even a mile. It's a K.
You know why?
Why?
Fucking type A people, man. Spectrum. Nathan.
There's got to be an even number. We can't do it. We can't do an odd number. And people don't want a 10K. It's got to be a 6K. So.
Oh, 10K. No thanks.
That's a thing. People
A
run
10K?
10Ks. Yeah.
We're gonna have every K. I could do a 1K.
What a 5K is 3.2
I could probably do that. I don't know if I could run the whole way, but I could finish that.
Right. So a 10K would be 6 something.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's still in the realm of I get it.
Yeah,
but
sure.
It's too much.
I just had
It's the marathon.
Yeah. You know how people have those bumper stickers?
Yeah.
That are, what do they say, like 26 or
26.2.
26.2.
Which, by the way, worst bragging I've ever... Like, you're only buying that to brag.
Of course you are. Because
I could buy the same bumper sticker. Yeah. I've never run that far.
Because you're a dick. Look at your life. Look at yourself. You back into parking spots.
But you
run marathons. You're a dick.
It's like bumper sticker trash talking.
Yeah.
But
that's right.
It's like the person who never quite learned how to trash talk.
Yeah.
So, they're playing basketball and they're just out there going, made that shot. Nah. That's not trash talking. That's just a fact.
Yeah, you're just being a dick. So what would a 1K be? It would be less than a mile?
Yeah.
So point something?
Yeah.
I want that sticker.
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
A 1K would be good.
Yeah.
Man, I could run a 1K, no effort whatsoever.
Yeah, dude. Imagine that. Slap a sticker on there.
I think the only reason races are in kilometers is just because it sounds more impressive.
The K?
Yeah.
Because you say, it's a blah, blah, K.
Yeah. Well, saying a 5K...
Yeah.
Sounds a lot more impressive than it's a little over 3 miles.
Yeah. It's true. You're not wrong.
It sounds like you actually did something.
It does, because it's a nice even number.
Right.
I mean, it's not an even number, but 5 is like...
It's a rounded number.
People like 5.
Yeah.
Unless
they're the person who organized the 6K race, in which case there's something wrong with them.
Because they're Rain Man or something.
Oh, man. I want a reason.
Not to shit on people with autism anyway. By the way,
yeah. So I told my friend, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a 5K.
Yeah.
And then with the last K, I'm stopping.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to throw a tantrum till they carry me the last K because it's ridiculous to have an extra K.
And what did she say to that?
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Anyone who knows me knows that's going to be my idea.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
There's a spectrum, Nathan.
Yeah. Don't spring an extra K on me,
And you're on the spectrum. Mm-hmm. You're not an asshole.
Right.
But
I'm not an
You're
asshole.
not an asshole.
I'm on the asshole spectrum.
You're on the asshole spectrum.
Okay, so if the spectrum is asshole to dick, I'm closer to dick.
Yeah, you're closer to dick. Yeah.
But
I'd rather be a dick than an asshole.
That's true.
Right?
I guess the spectrum in that case is the taint, right?
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, so most people are Taint.
Most people, I mean, that's what you want. You want to be on the Taint.
You want to be on the Taint, yeah. Yeah, sure. Things are a little uncomfortable, a little sweaty, a little salty.
Yeah, it's a little swampy down there.
It's swampy in the Taint, but it's where everyone is for the most part. Then you have assholes.
Yeah.
I feel like assholes are unredeemable. I feel like anyone can be a dick.
That's true.
From time to time.
I'm going to go a step further. Everyone is, at some point.
A dick.
Even if it's not intentional.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, sometimes you're a dick. Yeah.
Yeah. It just happens.
Yeah. See, I can hear someone saying that to me right now.
Right.
Sometimes you're a dick.
Yeah. I think if everyone was being 100% honest with themselves, they would go, yeah, no, here is a situation where I was a dick.
Right. But I'm not an asshole.
Right. I don't know that everyone can say there was a situation where they are 100% aware that they were an asshole. But they know they were a dick at some point.
Sure. There's a level of self-awareness with dickitude.
Yeah.
Versus assholishness.
Yeah. Well, that's if you get that far down the spectrum.
That's it.
Round the spectrum.
Through the
between the legs
through
of the
tank.
spectrum.
Yeah.
If you get that far, you're kind of just broken.
You're irredeemable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah. It's kind of like saying someone sucks.
Yeah.
It's hard if you suck to stop sucking.
Yeah.
You know, what's on the other end of that spectrum? You don't suck.
I feel like that
You're
spectrum
cool.
just has to be sucks or blows.
Yeah.
Which,
And in the
oddly
middle,
enough, is the same.
yeah.
It's not...
Right. And in the middle, you're just not doing anything with your mouth right now.
I know, I mean, not to get too crude here, but we've already talked about the asshole to dick spectrum.
Through the swamp of taint.
Weird that's called a blowjob.
It is weird. Doesn't make any sense.
There's no blowing.
I mean, suck job sounds strange.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah. She was giving me a suck job.
It just is. I've never understood it.
I don't know. I don't know who came up with it.
That's an asshole right there. Whoever came up with that name. They're irredeemable.
So you're not an asshole ghost. You're a dick ghost.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I, as a ghost, circle all the way back.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we gotta do. We gotta try.
Like, the things I'm going to do is, like, when I'm haunting you,
right.
you get a knife out
Yeah.
to cut some veggies. Then you have to go get something. I'm putting the knife back. Stuff like that.
You're whispering in people's ear. Suck job. Wait, I think I heard something on the wind. What was that? Did you hear someone say suck job?
I don't like that at all. That's very off-putting.
Suck job. Why also job? I mean, I guess the job part makes sense because
it is work.
It looks like hard work.
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't look like the easiest thing in the world.
Suck job sounds like the name of one of the American gladiators that didn't make the cut.
It's the villain. The villain.
Yeah. Suck job.
Sushi jackknife.
Sushi jackknife.